Aduma is Doraisa, and women are obligated to come to the synagogue. Parashat Zohar, which was last week, 2 weeks ago. Women came to the synagogue, to the shul, and Pora Aduma is this coming week, and the reason is because the Jewish people need to prepare themselves to become clean and pure to bring Korban Pesach. So we arouse and read it in synagogues. The people should have to prepare themselves and go to Pora Aduma and clean themselves to prepare for Korban Pesach. Okay. Some people say it's a mitzvah d'oraisa to read it in synagogue to arouse. Okay. It's machlokes. There's a famous story in Gemara in Kiddushin of Dama ben Asina. Okay? He was a goy. A goy. His father was a very rich man, Messina. And he owned stones rare stones that were in the tablets of the Kohen Gadol. The Choshen. Breastplates of the Kohen Gadol. So the rabbis were searching everywhere to buy this size. It's not so simple. It's a big size, a couple of carats. Karat. It's not so rare to get. And they're searching everywhere. The only one that had it was a Palestini in Ashkelon and Goy. Okay? So they traveled all the way to Ashkelon a couple of days, the rabbis, a big amount of money. And they come to this guy, and they cannot stay in Ashkelon because it's all going. They want to sleep there. It's dangerous to sleep there. Hard to keep Torah mitzvahs. So they have to buy and go. Cannot wait. So, and probably they had other options, but this was probably the best option. So they come to that city, and there's Dama ben Atina, the son. Where's your father? Does he have a stone this size? It's shown like a box. How's it going to fit? He says, yes, he has a stone like this. He says, listen, we want to buy it from him, and we have enough money to buy it. So Dama ben Asina goes into the house, and he sees his father sleeping away, and the box of the keys or the box of the jewelry is under his head, on this pillow. And if he's going to take the box and open the keys or take the diamond, whatever it is, he's going to wake up his father. Says, not kibud avayim. So he comes back to the rabbis and he said, listen, my father's an old man, is tired. You have to come back in a few hours and sleep all night. Can I give it to you? It's a hot day. Sleeping, who knows what. They realized that they cannot wait or they waited enough time. And they went away. So the Gemara said that Nikom Dama ben Asina, that he respected his father. That he didn't wake up his father. The next year, Hashem merited him that he, in his flock of animals, he had a cow, a red cow. Pora Aduma was born. And the rabbis bought the red cow with 10 times more the value of the money, or more the value of the money of the stone that they wanted it for the probably they bought the stone by somebody else. That's what it seems to be. He lost the deal, but he got a better deal. So I asked a very simple question. For many years, I couldn't understand this, and I asked my father too, and I told him this answer. Very simple question. Imagine when Nesina gets up, he beat the hell out. Right. He's a guy, you know what he's going to do? He's going to take a rod and beat the hell out of his son. You crazy, you're nuts. I lost the deal. Wake me up. Wake me up. Yeah. You're nuts. That's a nut case of kibbud avayim. Yeah. So what kind of kibbud avayim is that? I remember I asked my father, so I should wake you up when this case happens? Or I should wake you up. A big donor, who knows what, is calling on the phone for the yeshiva. I should. My father wake me up. And if you didn't wake me up, I'll be angry at you. So this is the kibbud avayim, is to wake me up. Yeah. It's not only that I allow you, this is the kibbud avayim. So what does it mean? What's going on here?
Maybe you didn't tell his father.
I know, but he's a Michiganer. Yeah. He didn't tell his father. His father beat him up.
He didn't tell his father that the guys came.
I know that, but I'm saying that's kibbud avayim. This is kibbud avayim. Kibbud avayim is to do, this is really important I want to speak about today. The Gemara has a discussion. What is greater? Avera Lishma or Mitzvah Shalom Lishma? Esther lived with Achashverosh. She did a sin with a goy for Lishma Sim Shamayim to save the Jewish people. Kasher Ovadeti. This time I'm going to the king with a will. And the same way I lost 2 worlds on the Maba Avadeti, please pray for me. It's called Avera Lishma. Yael, the Gemara brings down. Yael. Eishes Chever Akini, she lived with Sisera. She made him tired. She gave him a jug of milk to drink, very heavy milk. And he fell asleep, and she took and she killed the guy. Spear. And she hit it in his head. It's called Avera Lishma. So the Gemara has a discussion, what is greater? Avera Lishma or Mitzvah Shalom Lishma? Obviously, Mitzvah Lishma and Avera Lishma. I like Mitzvah Lishma, that's a positive for the sake of heavens, definitely greater. But we want to know, Avera Lishma, is it equal to Mitzvah Shalom Lishma or it's better? We don't know. This is what the Gemara discusses. I don't know, it can be Mechinik, it can be a Schar, it can be the will of Hashem. So here, it's basically the same idea. You're waking up your father, you're doing a sin. It's not a sin, it is a sin. But you're doing a sin for the sake of doing a mitzvah, supporting your father. Oh no, it's not really the story. It's wrong, it's not doing a sin in order to support your father. Honoring your parents and doing their will. What is the real will of the father? It's to wake him up. So it's not an Avera Lishma. It's not Avera for the sake of something bigger. It's a mitzvah. If I ask you now, it's a mitzvah to wake up the father, or it's a sin to do a better thing? Or this is the mitzvah, kibbud avayim, is to do what is your father's will. Your father says, please wake me up in 20 minutes. Oh, but he's tired. But he asked me to wake him up. This is kibbud avayim. So if you know the real will of your father, that he wants you to wake up, this is kibbud avayim. It's not Avera Lishma. It's not Avera to do a big mitzvah. It was never Avera even. So what kind of big thing that the Gemara says, Ad Eichan kibbud avayim. You know on 2 where's kibbud avayim? The story of Dama ben Asina. That's not a good example of story. That's a moron, a Meshiganer. He did the right thing.
No, but you could say that he did it. You could say, even though he got beaten up in the end.
Yes.
But at that point, when he didn't wake up his father, he was doing it in his mind.
Oh, very good. That's the answer. Very good. So you have to say, really, he didn't do a mitzvah. Because the real mitzvah is to wake up the father. But in his head, he looked at it as an Avera Lishma. And he said, I'd rather sacrifice. And I don't want the reward, because I don't want to do the sin. So in his head, it really was krum, really was off. Really, Dama ben Asina, he was off. So we're just showing, and his off balance, is off understanding, he did in his mind a mitzvah till the sake he was willing to lose all our money for the sake. So one on 2 ways, kibbud avayim, this guy thinking he's doing kibbud avayim, he was willing to give all his money in his false understanding to do kibbud avayim. But really, he's not a kibbud avayim. He's an idiot, but we're still learning. It's not we learning. The Gemara doesn't say this was kibbud avayim. It's not kibbud avayim. It's not mechabed the father. But in his head, thinking that it's the right thing, so he was willing to lose the money and so much money for that sake. From that we learn. But that's a dochuk in the Gemara. This is what I said, and I told my father, "This is the right shot." He says yes. And then later on, I found out that Chassam Sofer says it. Chassam Sofer says it, and he says the reason why God gave him reward next year is to remove even a little bit of krumkeit in his head. And he was thinking of Yeshiva, this a mitzvah. So he gave him that word. Really, he has no mitzvah whatsoever. But it's a doch shot in the Gemara.
God protects the simple.
You have this case.
Yes.
You have that simple story of the guy used to put the bread in our kodesh, and the guy by beating him. You know the story, Rabbi?
Yes.
And now he's also the guy goes all Mavo, right? Why? Because he thought he was doing.
Okay. That's Chassam Sofer. I just want to ask you. let's assume, listen carefully. Let's assume that the owner of the money was Dama ben Asina, the son. And the keys was under the father's head. And the father will not gain any gain if I wake him up. I gain. I'm the son. Should I wake up my father or not? So a normal father wants a son to make money. But does a goy wants a son to make money? Maybe yes, maybe not. So it makes the story different. Again, if the money was not owned by Nesina, just the keys was under it. The Mushanti says the keys was there, not that good. But even the diamond, doesn't matter what was there. Doesn't mean that he owned it. Could be that will wake him up to do it. But the ownership was the son. So the question is, by a Jew, I would say definitely the father wants to wake me up. I want my son to have money. But not necessarily a small by a God. So they can say really have kibbud avera. Okay, this people, I can't hear. What?
Even a Jew doesn't want his son to get money more than his sleep.
No. You want your son to wake up, especially when you have children, get married, especially give you a bracha to get married. Everybody say amen? Amen. All of you should get married in the right time. When you get married, you'll see people want to cut the arm for the children. That's the power. Everything you want your child to get everything you want. That's the teva loyal. His family is also by your coach. It's a hard, so you still have to come to some circle. Or this like this. Anyhow, the message I want to talk about today from this story is that we spoke about a few weeks ago that people have a lot of ideas what really they do in the mitzvah. But sometimes it's just a fixation in their mind. We talked about this guy who's being married, this Filipino old lady, she had cancer. She's not Jewish. No, but I'm saving, I'm doing. So he's mixing between feelings and good to what's right and wrong. And we, although that he got a reward of come to the Chasam Sofer, just to remove the lachluchis of the goodness, some wetness of goodness to shouldn't have the next work probably was a Rosh. But we are different, we are Jews, and we have a halachic mind. And what's good and bad is being determined and being judged what the Torah says is good. It's not feelings. You got a reward. When we learn in Gemara, Torah, Shulchan Aruch, Mishnah, we learn in Yeshiva what's right, what's wrong, what is the halachic vui. And if it's Avera, to wake up your father is kibbud avera. You have to wake up your father because this is kibbud avera. This is what you have to do. But he was a Kohen, okay, you can't judge on him. But a Jew is different. We have to work on ourselves in Yeshiva. That's what we learn in Iyun, Bedetz, Be'iyun, to understand what is the true understanding. Not the external, the cover. It's not cover. Jews are required to know what's the halachic, get their definition of what's mitzvah, what's avera. What is it? There's avera lishma. The Gemara says, get there, avera lishma. It's more than mitzvah, it's more than avera than the mitzvah lishma. Not, it's less, it's more. It's a shayla, like this. So we are halachic people. We are Jews who want to know the essence, the depths of the Torah. The Torah gave us, Hashem gave us definitions. What's right, what's wrong. The Rambam says that when the Sanhedrin was there, when he had a Sanhedrin, there was no machlokes. Machlokes only started when Ben Shammai, when the Sanhedrin dispersed. But when he had a Sanhedrin, everything is clear. The goal of the Torah is not to have machlokes. The goal of the Torah is to find the truth. When we deal in Yeshiva, we want to find the true essence. It's not that we have a machlokes. It's what you have to finalize halacha. What's the halacha? A or B? What's the true? You have to put your life to understand what the true emes to the emes. That's what you do. Should be matzliach to do the emes. Rabbi Hanani ben Akash. Botzer is both